Good Wednesday, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this busy mid-month day, the 15th of October 2014, with the daily video forecast discussion. And as one would expect before a heavy rain event here, we have southeasterly winds increasing across the region. A little bit of light rain this morning in Mount Pocono and Lancaster in Pennsylvania. Otherwise, skies are generally cloudy. And well, we've got rain on the way, but we've got mild temperatures this morning too. Temperatures ranging anywhere from the upper 60s to low 70s right now, and dew points are moist as well in the low to the mid 60s across the entire region. We have watches, warnings, and advisories for you this morning. We do have small craft advisories until 8 a.m. on Friday. These are for southeast winds to the south at 15 to 20 knots, gust up to 25 knots today and tonight. Southwest at 10 to 20 knots on Thursday. West at 10 to 20 knots Thursday night. Seas building to 4 to 8 feet. Across the New Jersey coastal waters, seas building to 5 to 8 feet with the same scenario here from Sandy Hook out to Montauk Point. South to southeast winds at 10 to 20 knots, gust up to 25 knots, and this is also in effect until Friday morning. We have for the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area, we have also aerial flood watch, and that's in effect from 10 this morning right through this evening. A flood watch for portions of Maryland, the District of Columbia, Northern Virginia, including the following areas in Maryland. All of these will be included. Strong cold front obviously impacting the region with some very heavy rain. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some of these flood warnings or heavy rain warnings in effect for the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area as the morning progresses. Morning visible pass of the satellite this morning shows the low clouds in place across New Jersey and the New York City, Philadelphia metropolitan area this morning. The water vapor channel also showing an abundant amount of lifting parallel to and ahead of the cold front, which is well out to the west of this huge and deep storm system over the Great Lakes region. This flow will increase and the lifting will increase as the low-level jet and mid and upper-level jet coincide with one another late this evening into tomorrow morning. That's going to mean some very heavy pockets and waves of rain. You can see this on the radar this morning, showing numerous waves just parallel to the flow here, the south to southeast flow at all levels of the atmosphere. And this eventually, a lot of this rain here is going to get into the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington area during the course of late this afternoon, especially overnight tonight into Thursday. Latest pollen forecast from pollen.com, still on the lower side over the next couple of days, maybe a little bit higher on Saturday, still ragweed being the predominant pollen in the air. Social media still reporting into germ tracks this morning with upper respiratory infections and cold still around the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area and throughout the Philadelphia region as well. The latest morning surface chart from WeatherRoanoke.com, a digital atmosphere software, shows the low pressure area really wound up here over Michigan and into the Great Lakes region. Strong cold front now entering with a plume of moisture all the way connected into the tropics and the Gulf Coast states with plenty of rainfall. This is moderate to heavy rain along and just ahead of the cold front this morning. We don't have any airport delays this morning in the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metropolitan area, but we have varying conditions of MVFR ceilings at 1 to 3,000 feet, VFR conditions to the north and east here over northeastern New Jersey, the New York City terminals, into Connecticut, a little bit of fog across interior Connecticut at Oxford, Waterbury, Oxford Airport there. Also here in Meriden, a municipal airport, we have a little bit of fog this morning, but in the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, we're VFR currently, and we're expecting that to continue. They may lower a bit to the MVFR during this morning across Trenton, Northeast Philadelphia, Wilmington, Millville, Atlantic City, possibly picking up some MVFR ceilings for a brief time. Conditions are anticipated to deteriorate this afternoon as the rain showers and isolated thunderstorms approach our region from the west. The main area of precipitation forecast to move slowly east over the terminals late this afternoon into tonight. The rain will likely become moderate to heavy at times, and conditions should drop to the IFR range for everyone. The wind will likely be from the southeast today, as it is now at 10 to 14 knots, gust into the 20s. It's already doing so. Wind speeds are forecast to drop to 5 to 10 knots for tonight and should lose some of the gusts. The outlook for Thursday and Thursday night, widespread low ceilings and visibilities and rain, and for also the slow improvement from west to east on Thursday night. Friday through Sunday, mostly VFR. Right now outside of Newark, 69, dew point 66, humidity 90%, wind southeast at 5. A few clouds at 12,000 and also at 6,000. 1200 and 6000 rather. And rain is on the way, but right now we're in VFR conditions. Philadelphia is also in VFR conditions as well right now. 69 degrees, dew point 65, humidity 87%. The wind is southeast at 7, and moderate pockets of heavy rain on the way for late this afternoon, especially overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. You can see all of this nicely in the upper level water vapor panel here. It shows the deep low entering into the Great Lakes region, and spokes of vorticity rounding the base of the trough, moving from southwest to northeast, and the trough axis itself becoming negatively tilted means everything is going to be slow to develop and move into the area, but once it does, there's just a plume of moisture from the Gulf all the way up the eastern seaboard, so heavy rain is on the way. Latest from the National Hurricane Center, this is Hurricane Gonzalo, and it's strengthening now. It's a Category 3 storm with maximum winds up to 125 miles per hour. There's still some shear over the region, but this is definitely going to affect Bermuda over the next 24 hours or so. 24 to 36 hours. It's moving to the northwest at about 13 miles an hour. Central pressure now at 954 millibars. It's located at 22.9 north, 67.3 west. Hurricane Gonzalo is going to produce some large swells, and that will continue to affect portions of the Virgin Islands, the northern coast of Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic today. Swells will reach portions of the Bahamas today and much of the east coast of the United States and Bermuda on Thursday. The swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. And hurricane conditions are possible over Bermuda on Friday, with tropical storm conditions possible as early as Friday morning. NAM reflectivity forecast from Next Generation Weather Lab at the College of DuPage. Here is the cold front and the strong southeast flow, low-level jet, increasing the volatility for moderate to heavy pockets and rounds of rain across the region from late tonight right into Thursday morning into Thursday afternoon, and it'll have a tendency for the rain to propagate from the southeast to the northwest, right and along and parallel to the front, with waves of heavy rain. Some areas are going to receive anywhere from about an inch. Other local locations with enhanced lifting and maybe some embedded low-top thunderstorms will be approaching 2 or 3 inches in the heaviest downpours. And that begins to shift east towards the Connecticut River Valley across New York and Long Island by Thursday morning, right after sunrise, and then just pockets of showers around the region as the low continues to spin into Canada, and where the occluded front has come through the metropolitan area, but still low-level moisture in place, and just a plume of moisture coming in across southern New England's coastal waters as the cold front makes its way off the coast. Basically, a west wind will then take over. The upper trough axis will be swinging through on Friday afternoon and Friday evening, and the main upper low will be located. This will become entrenched with the low vortex that's now over the northwestern Atlantic. This is Gonzalo here, which will still be a hurricane at this point off the mid-Atlantic coast. All of these will combine into and get enhanced into the negative North Atlantic oscillation, which will keep a trough axis in place. Spokes of weak cold fronts moving through the region as well over the weekend, and basically near seasonable temperatures to start, but by next week things are really going to start cooling down once again. GFS maps into motion, a national view from the Next Generation Weather Lab at the College of DuPage. Here's our deep storm system and cold front moving through with rounds of very heavy rain during tonight and tomorrow morning that lifts into southeastern Canada and the Hudson's Bay region. Also notice our deep upper low and trough here. All of these, 1, 2, and the combination of Gonzalo here off the Atlantic seaboard, all of these will congeal and strengthen the vortex that's now off the northwestern Atlantic, keeping a trough axis in place, and eventually over the weekend, as all of these kind of marry one another into the northwestern Atlantic, high pressure then settles in across the region with cooler temperatures and dry conditions setting in for the weekend. Maybe a few spokes of some clouds, maybe an isolated shower to the north and west as weak surface troughs or fronts move through the region. And eventually by early next week we get into a much cooler pattern with basic heights here at 54. Should feature temperatures much lower than where we are now in the 70s, and probably jump back into the upper 50s for temperatures as we get into the early part of next week with generally dry conditions. No doubt there was microphone issues again today, Anyway, we've got some severe weather coming our way today and tonight and tomorrow, and you'll be monitoring all of it live and on Twitter and Facebook, I'm sure, for Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a good Wednesday, and we'll be back in video form tomorrow morning.